Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dr. Ace video. Today we're going to be playing MotoGP 17 with Franco Morbidelli in Jerez to start our brand new Time Attack series. I've gone for a little bit of a change this time. Instead of doing MotoGP, we're going to lower the class down and we're going to go into Moto2. It seems only fitting to start the Moto2 class with the 2017 World Champion, Franco Morbidelli, and we will continue the video along onto other riders. So without further ado, welcome Franco Morbidelli, and welcome Jerez. So here we are in Andalusia, Spain, Jerez. Franco Morbidelli, 600cc Honda. Let's do it. Now I've got to say, Jerez is probably my most favourite track. I love Mugello, but something special about Jerez. I always enjoy playing on Jerez. I mean, whenever I get a new MotoGP video game, it's usually one of the first tracks I'm trying out. So speaking of new MotoGP videos, MotoGP 18, June 8th. Seen little of it so far, but I've seen a few screenshots, and obviously the implementation of the Unreal 4 engine, which is going to be beautiful. So I'm pretty excited. I just hope they make a few changes to the AI. Hopefully make a bit more interesting changes to the career mode, because it is a bit flat, but I still enjoy it nonetheless. So it'd be nice to see some maybe sort of, I don't know, maybe podium elements, or even the part firme a little bit more intriguing than it is. I'd rather see something else opposed to just the boring stuff of just literally you win, you move on, click into the menus, start a new race, and that's it. We need like a bit of career mode. Maybe implement the fans into it a new way and get different sponsors, etc. I always like just joining a real team as well. I'm not particularly fond of creating my own fake teams and then joining it in that way. I mean, I didn't care for managerial mode either, but it was kind of cool. But if it still stays the same, it's not going to bother me too much, but I would like to see a few changes. So, MotoGP 18 wishlist, hopefully coming soon. I'm going to do a video about that soon, but that is just my opinion so far, a few thoughts. But anyway, the practice lap is now complete. I'm going to say it's a practice lap because I invalidated the lap. So to start off, a 1:44.358, which won't count. And we're going to potentially, I'm not sure what lap time I can actually push for in this one. I think it's going to be a case of just trying to push as far as we can and as we go, really. So I'm looking forward to see what the future holds for this particular challenge. And of course, tried to change it up a little bit. Instead of going for the MotoGP bike, it's gone for the Moto2, the 600cc Hondas. Now, if you're not aware of what Moto2 is just simply 600cc Honda engines, and the manufacturers can all use different chassis. So for in this case, we've got Franco Morbidelli on board the Calyx, and I have gone wide in the exact same corner again into dry sack, which is silly of me. So, whoops. But yeah, that's what it is. In fact, actually, we're going to change something up here. For the first time, I'm going to take you into the pit, and I'm going to show you, we're going to change the brakes, because the brakes on this Calyx are not strong enough for me. Now, on the MotoGP videos, I didn't change anything because I'd already started with no additional brake changes, so I may actually return to it with the changes and setups that I like. But I thought it'd be cool to start from an even base for everyone. So here we go, into the pits. Gotta slow it down. Oh, a bit of a wobble there. And the reason I'm showing you this as well is look how bland the pits are. Now, I absolutely love MotoGP, I love the games, everything, but it's so bland. I mean, we need more action, we need more interesting stuff happening there. And yeah, this is all cool, you know, you can walk into the pits, you can have a bit of a sit down, change your knee sliders, whatever. That's cool. But we need something a little bit different to that. Something more interesting. So anyway, I'm going to go into the manual settings and I'm going to leave the tyres as they are, but I'm going to change the brakes. And the reason I'm going to change the brake disc 1 in particular, and the 2, is it gives a lot stronger brake. So I can brake a little bit later into those corners, and I can push a little bit harder. Now, unfortunately, with MotoGP 17, the go to track and actually leaving the pit was removed. So unfortunately, all we have now is a little bit of a cutscene, which then fires us towards the end of the lap, so then we can continue on from there. Still something nice to show. But that's that. So anyway, brakes. I've gone for the lot harder brake. I mean, potentially it could be risky, because now when I try and brake a little bit into the corner, if I try and trail brake, I could potentially be on my arse. But we shall see. I always choose brake disc 1. Always. So, I'm hoping with brake disc 1 we can brake into dry site, which is turn 6. The same corner I've messed up on twice already. And hopefully that will be the end of that. But with these tighter, stronger brakes, it does degrade your tyres a lot quicker. But with this being time attack, I don't think the tyre wear is really that prevalent. So, we should be okay. So here we go now, down the long straight. Coming up is dry sack. Turn 6. I'm going to brake. And a much cleaner, much cleaner braking zone that was. Used a bit of front brake and a bit of rear. But I like Jerez for corners, particularly like dry sack. And many of the interesting other ones like Crivier and Ferrari. They're all really good because they're so windy. And you know, you can really have that stop-start feel in some parts of the track, and then you've got the long, flowing, swaying parts, which, honestly, this track is everything. It's a beautiful track. Probably one of the bucket list ones. So, oh my god! Well, that was a disaster. And that was actually our first attempt at the proper challenge of actually tackling this. So, whoops. Let's move on. So, the first lap time is 1:47, which means nothing since we just went down on the deck. Actually, considering that crash has just occurred, we may talk about the next stage in MotoGP 18. I do understand that that there is now going to be a little bit more serious bike damage. So when the bike does get damaged, you cannot continue the race, or the bikes will be significantly worse than what they were. Now, they've done that before. I think it was MotoGP 13 and 14 they first implemented that, and in 13 it just didn't work well. Because like, you tapped another rider and for some reason your entire bike was just damaged. And you might just tap into someone else again, and that's it. Your race would be finished. But not in a case of, oh my goodness, I'm slowing down, everything's gone crap. It was a case of the race would just end, and it'd be like, okay, you have nothing else to do, so return to pit or restart the race. And it just didn't really work very well. So I'm hoping MotoGP 18 can change a lot of things, but only good things. You know, change bad things to good things. And I quite like the real events as well that was in the MotoGP 14, 15 and Valentino Rossi the game. And I was kind of sad to see them disappear. I quite like those. They're pretty cool, and we had the Challenge of the Champions ones. So here we go now into the Lorenzo corner. Wow, how many battles have been concluded in this corner. Crivier Doohan, Rossi Gibernau, Marquez Lorenzo. And here we go, the first lap time is a 1:43.091. I'm going to go on record now and saying potentially the lap time I want to try and beat is to get into the 1:42s. No, in fact, the 1:41s, yeah. I'm going to say we can probably push for the 1:41s. I'm not sure if that's possible. And I'm also not sure that with Moto2, obviously, if all the bikes are the same, it's going to be very, very evenness. And it's just going to be a case of picking maybe one rider to do really well with, and maybe the other riders I'll do really crap with, but who knows? And I've probably got the best rider in the field in the world champion, Franco Morbidelli, now in MotoGP. Stayed with the same team, but just went to the factory, the satellite Honda team. So it's still a pretty decent lap actually, that last one. Oh my goodness, and I've just crashed again. I thought I was going a bit out of kilter there. I don't know why, but whenever I do these videos, I just shut down. I do some terrible mistakes when I'm riding. And when I'm playing on my own, I'm the smoothest, quickest rider that I know. Probably don't know many of the riders, to be honest, but... And every time I do a video, I make a hash. I end up crashing somewhere, I end up making a mistake, and I don't know how I do it. I think the live commentary does not help. So, lap 2, disaster. Tackling lap 3 and 4 now. Let's see what we can do. So turn 1, much better. That was a lot nicer than every other turn I've done so far. I'm going to push now into turn 3. So already, just because of that turn 1, we're up by 0.3 of a second. It's so important to get every single turn bang on the money. Really good acceleration there, but not that far ahead from the Ghost. Braking late into dry sack. Oh wow, look how much speed I carried in that last one. Okay, so this lap time's looking pretty decent. This should definitely get me into the 142s. Not sure if it can get me into the 141s, I think I'm way off that yet. Well, it's definitely worth a push. Careful not to invalidate any of the lap times, I might be too close to the rumble strip there. Oh, it invalidated it! Why? That would have been a whisker on the green line. My goodness, that is tight. In fact, this could even be a 142. Oh! And it got invalidated. Oh my goodness, a 142, 141. Best lap yet. Gets invalidated. Gutted. That hurts. That is, oh wow. I don't think that, obviously I've touched it, so I've exceeded track limits, so I've got no choice. I've got nothing I can say or do about that one. That is the rules. But that was, oh wow, there's probably a whisker on it. Oh, carrying too much speed into that corner. But then again, wait, yeah, it doesn't matter. I was thinking, oh my goodness, look how far ahead I am, and that was a 141. But this is not I'm not facing my last lap time. I'm facing the lap time prior, because the last one got invalidated. That's sad. So nonetheless, that's still 0.6 up. So, could this be? I've got to get this right this time. Yeah, I lost a lot of speed there. I was so tentative going around those corners. Into the Lorenzo corner. We're going to make this 5 laps, by the way. I've just decided on the fly. I'm so annoyed that that lap time got invalidated. I can't believe it, honestly. But it's not going to be a 141. It's going to be a 142, 374. So I actually 0.2 slower. Wonder if I lost that by touching the rumble strip. Being a bit tentative around those last 2 corners. I'm just gonna push for it this time. Set a pretty solid lap time there. I'm quite happy with that. I'm just gonna go all out now against my virtual self. Although I'm still behind the Ghost. I'm going to use him as a bit of a benchmark. Oh, much better. Oh, still trailing. Using all of the rumble strip. Decided to brake a little bit earlier there. Seemed to be key. So I need 0.3 of a second to get into the 141s. And we've just gained 0.3 of a second. Oh my goodness. All this work has got to pay off. Oh, we've hooked it up beautifully. Oh my goodness, could it be? Oh, I really didn't like that last corner, but I'm going to get a great drive here. Oh my goodness, is it going to be? It's going to be. Oh, we did it! 141.774. Oh yes, you beauty. And I'm still going. I'm on autopilot mode here. I don't know if we can beat that lap time. Oh. Wow. Well, I am impressed. I am thrilled with that. It's been an uphill struggle in this session, my goodness. So only 3 laps actually counted, but I did tackle 5. But 3 laps, so 2 of them got invalidated, and obviously that last one just crashed on. But wow. What a lap time. I did not think we could get into... I mean, 141 maybe at a push, 141.9 such and such, but a 141.774, that is a fantastic effort. I did not think we could get into 141s. So I am really thrilled with that, and I can't wait to continue this series. So, without further ado, unfortunately I have to leave you and make another video, so I will be back soon. Thank you very much for watching as always. Like, comment and subscribe, it helps out a ton. But upon that note, thank you very much. Ciao.